What's up, guys? Welcome back. Cheers again. And today we're going to be covering a post in the Neville sub called Manifesting is Attention Minus Effort. And this is in reference to teachings from Emile Coué. If you guys are familiar with my videos, you may have heard of Emile Coué or are familiar with Tim Grimes' videos. Emile Coué is the father of autosuggestion. He was mentioned in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich at length. He spoke about him. He has his own books, and he talks about, this person's referencing Tim's books as well in this post. He talks a lot about how, well, we'll just get into it. We don't need to go into it right here. We'll just get into the post. So the physical body is an emotional filter. Many human ailments hitherto considered purely physical are now recognized as rooted in emotional disturbances. Pain comes from lack of relaxation. When you sleep, there's no pain. If you are under an anesthetic, there's no pain because you are relaxed, as it were. If you have pain, it is because you are tense and trying to force something. You cannot force an idea into embodiment, you simply appropriate it. It is attention minus effort. Only practice will bring you to that point where you can be attentive and still be relaxed. Attention is tension in toward an end, and relaxation is just the opposite. Here are two completely opposite ideas that you must blend until you learn through practice how to be attentive but not tense. The word contention means attention minus effort. Does it? I don't know if that's a typo. In the state of contention, you are held by the idea without tension. What a freaking terrific answer. One of my favorite Neville quotes. Okay, I guess that's what from Neville actually saying that. This is probably resonate with most of, this is what I probably resonate with most in regards to Neville's advice. And why, you know what's funny is this post is written by Tim Grimes. And he said, and why I wrote relax more, try less. Yet this point is about blending relaxation and attention. It seems under discussed in the law of assumption community, and a lot of people forget about it. Part of the explanation for this is that it's not a sexy technique or easy, but when we start applying this point, which we can do simply by starting to relax more, it will change our life. The concept of contention is something Emile Coué and his protege Charles Baudouin explained so well and Neville adopted. It was a core part of Neville's philosophy and is Coué's and Baudouin's more famous law of reversed effort. I've talked about this before. If your conscious willpower, i.e. effort, is in conflict with the imagination will always win. Coué and Neville both preach this in the law of reverse effort and teach ways to have those two different aspects of our mind work together instead of against each other. Your imagination, your subconscious mind, will always overwhelm your willful effort. Your conscious mind, if they're in conflict, relaxation makes the two more amicable. All right, so this perfectly coincides with the teachings from Vadim Zeland, talking about illuminate the frame. Don't try, don't use the stupid forehead. Don't use your effort. Don't try, don't hope, don't wait, don't fight against. Simply compose reality. That's what Vadim Zeland talks about in the book Tufti. And also in Transurfing, that's also what Maxwell Maltz talks about. It is a prerequisite, an absolute necessity to get into that state of relaxation, to allow the mind, to allow that mechanism, as he calls it, in psychocybernetics, to work for us. Essentially, what I think is going on, if you want to get metaphysical with it, is that is how we are able to have that communion, I suppose, with our higher self, where we are guided to take those intuitive impulses, guided along that path that will get us towards what it is that we have projected. So, Emile Coué, all these guys are such OGs. I'm gonna do some more comparison videos for you guys where I go in and break down like Maxwell Maltz, his ideas versus Neville's, Coué's ideas versus, actually already did that back in the past, but all these other people. And so that way we can get Wallace D. Wattles. He talks about doing things with a feeling of certainty. That is akin to Neville's naturalness. Doing it with naturalness, that feeling of certainty that's like, yeah, this is happening. And that is also akin to what Vadim Zeland talks about. So anyways, guys, I hope that this has been revelatory We got a couple comments in here. This is literally how I've gotten out of so many life or death situations. I'm finally able to do this in less dramatic situations because why the hell would I only use it then? Reminds me of Huck Finn and his idea of providence. Every time Huck got into a bad situation, had no idea or plan or lie to get out of it, he would step back and let providence take over him and the situation. He would kind of let the power pour through him and he would escape each time. This is what it is, following the dictates of power that Vadim Zeland talks about, following the intuitive impulses. That's exactly what would happen to me, but I didn't know what I was doing. I only knew to do it. I got sick of waiting until something crazy happened, so now I'm doing it more and more. What I've come to realize is for me, could be different from you, is complete relaxation, release of tension, and surrender to the present moment. That's why the power of presence is so important. And that's another prerequisite to the feeling from, rather than feeling of, and the presence that all of these teachers are talking about, Vadim Zeland in particular. In order to wake up in the film role, we need presence. It's like a melting of tension and association to the 3D. It is complete withdrawal inward to I am. It's like stepping back and letting the Father pour in or come in a wave. That is what they're talking about in Tufti the Priestess. That is why I say it is the feeling of behind you and around you. That's what they say in Tufti the Priestess. And that is what I'm saying when it's saying that it is connecting to you to your higher self. It is connecting you to that I am, that awareness, that godlike awareness that is now able to work through you. It is now able to direct you. You are now a servant of this energy, which is able to know, able to act in the way. That's why, again, you see athletes that perform these amazing feats in the moment. That's what they're doing. They're allowing this to work through them. That's why everyone's like, what the hell? How did they do that? And when you see works of genius and works of art and works that the mind can't comprehend, how did somebody do this? That's what's going on. It is loyalty to the unseen, faith, and it is a feeling, a sensation. It feels like sats, like floating, or a slight delicious intoxication. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. It feels like you're kind of floating above yourself or behind yourself, or there's a lot of different sensations. Maybe people feel it differently. When the pill or potion first hits, it's like, oh yeah, surrender. Somebody else said, yep, you can literally feel blockage and pushback when you fight against your thoughts and imagination. The only way out is through. Yes, it's easier to go through than push against it. How do you go about blending relaxation and attention? Maybe off topic, but I heard someone describe meditation this way, where you're both alert and relaxed. Yeah, that's what it is. I find myself in a better reality each time after a meditation session. So, stuff seems to mysteriously rearrange in your favor as soon as you relax more. Also spend time on stuff what you're passionate about is the same effect, I've realized. Exactly. So that's probably an unbeatable combination. Yeah, and again, you know, Tim, who wrote this post here, he said it. It's not sexy. It's not this, oh, here's the key to manifest your SP in 24 hours, whatever the hell. It is simple stuff that will allow you to get into this relaxed state, and being in that state more often is going to allow you to bring those things to you. Any way you can is the short answer. So this is Tim responding to this comment. Find more things that bring you an inner sense of ease, relaxation, and make it a practice to do them more often. Meditation is often not the way for many people, by the way. It could be the gym. For me, going to the gym is meditative. It is a meditative act. Lifting weight, pushing past what I was currently able to do before. This makes total sense. When I was working at a factory and was being one of the fastest producers of my sector, I was very attentive towards my objectives, but I was relaxed. Then my leader came by and said, go slowly, clean the product more. You don't have to run. Since then, I became very tense. And while I was producing less than before, I was actually cleaning less too. Now I know why. Yeah, people will have a tendency to, people's words, man. If you latch on to these words that people carelessly say, you can fall into a trap. This is gold. Just read the post, but we'll get back to reading contents as well. About your point on relaxation, I agree. The more relaxed and peaceful I feel within, the more I feel the flow of my manifestations. It's beautiful. Also not related, but how do we access saved posts on Reddit? I checked under the, okay, so you're asking about that. All right, guys, much love as always. I appreciate you guys Let me know what you guys think about this post. Let me know what you guys think about the idea of attention minus effort. I think it will serve you well. I think that when you are doing things, when you are very present to the moment, that is when you are able to, again, by the act of doing, you get into that flow state, and now you're not thinking, you're not in your head, you're not overanalyzing the situation so much because you're purely there, you're purely present. And now you're able to do this in a relaxed manner, and that's when you're able to tap into that divine energy that we're talking about. That being said, guys, much love as always. Drop this with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.